Space, endless, mysterious, and full of possibilities. But before we could even dream of setting foot on the moon, humanity had to answer one enormous question. Who owns space? On October 10, 1967, we made history not by landing on another world, but by agreeing on how we would explore them. This was the day the Outer Space Treaty officially came into force, and it remains the cornerstone of space law today. Let's rewind to the 1960s. The space race was at its peak. The United States and the Soviet Union were locked in a fierce battle for dominance. One launched the first satellite, the other was racing to land a man on the moon. As both sides pushed the boundaries of technology, a chilling fear began to spread. What if the final frontier became the next battlefield? Just think about it. Nuclear weapons orbiting the Earth, military bases on the moon, spy satellites watching our every move from above. The sky itself could have become the next theater for global conflict. Recognizing this terrifying possibility, world leaders decided that something had to be done. In 1966, representatives from dozens of countries gathered at the United Nations, united by a common goal to ensure that space would be a domain for peaceful exploration, not military domination. The result of these historic talks was a document officially called the Treaty on Principles Governing the Activities of States in the Exploration and Use of Outer Space. We know it better as the Outer Space Treaty. It was initially signed by the United States, the Soviet Union, and the United Kingdom, and it officially went into effect on October 10, 1967. The treaty established a few simple but incredibly powerful rules. First, space belongs to everyone. No single nation can claim sovereignty over the moon, Mars, or any other celestial body. Planting a flag doesn't mean you own the place, even if you were the first one to get there. Second, and this was crucial, no weapons of mass destruction are allowed in space. The Earth's orbit, the moon, and other celestial bodies must remain peaceful zones, free from the threats that plagued us on the ground. Third, astronauts are to be considered envoys of mankind. This means if another nation's astronauts are in distress, every country has a duty to help them, regardless of political allegiances. And finally, the exploration of space must benefit all of humankind. It was declared a pursuit of progress, not a venture for national profit or political gain. This might all sound a bit idealistic, and in many ways it was, but it worked. The treaty brought a sense of order to the chaotic rush of the space race. It allowed scientists, engineers, and dreamers to focus their energy on exploration rather than militarization. Because of this agreement, when we looked up at the stars, we could do so with a sense of wonder and curiosity, not fear. Today, over 100 countries have signed the treaty. And even though the landscape of space exploration has changed dramatically with private companies like SpaceX launching rockets and billionaires setting their sights on Mars, the same fundamental rules still apply. But this new era brings new questions. Who owns the resources discovered on the moon? Can a private company legally mine an asteroid for profit? And what happens as nations begin to deploy more advanced military satellites? The Outer Space Treaty didn't provide all the answers, but it laid the essential groundwork for all future space law. So on that day, in October 1967, humanity didn't conquer space. We did something far more profound. We decided to share it. Sometimes the greatest leap for mankind isn't a physical one, but the simple choice to pursue peace among the stars. If you love this story, hit that like button and subscribe for more moments that shaped our world and our universe. After all, history isn't just about the past. It's about the choices we make that define our future. Thanks for watching.